Oh, hello. We're continuing in Ecclesiastes, now in chapter 10. So we are making progress, getting towards the end. But anyway, let's begin by reading from the NIV, chapter 10, starting at verse 1. As dead flies give perfume and bad smell, so a little folly outweighs wisdom and honour. The heart of the wise inclines to the right, the heart of the fool to the left. Even as fools walk along the road, they lack sense and show everyone how stupid they are. If a ruler's anger rises against you, do not leave your post. Calmness can lay great offences to rest. There is an evil I have seen under the sun, the sort of error that arises from a ruler. Fools are put in many high positions, but the rich occupy the low ones. I have seen slaves on horseback, while princes go on foot like slaves. Whoever digs a pit may fall into it. Whoever breaks through a wall may be bitten by a snake. Whoever quarries stones may be injured by them. Whoever splits logs may be endangered by them. If the axe is dull and its edge is unsharpened, more strength is needed, but skill will bring success. If a snake bites before it is charmed, the charmer receives no fee. Words from the mouth of the wise are gracious, but fools are consumed by their own lips. At the beginning their words are folly. At the end they are wicked madness, and fools multiply words. No one knows what is coming. Who can tell someone else what will happen after them? The toil of fools wearies them. They do not know the way to town. Woe to the land whose king was a servant, and whose princes feast in the morning. Blessed is the land whose king is of noble birth, and whose princes eat at the proper time, for strength and not for drunkenness. Though through laziness the rafters sag, because of idle hands a house leaks. A feast is made for laughter, wine makes life merry, and money is the answer for everything. Do not revile the king even in your thoughts, or curse the rich in your bedroom, because a bird in the sky may carry your words, and a bird on the wing may report what you say. So what we've got here is, it reads a lot more like the book of Proverbs, sorts of things you find in there. And I can see a key feature of Ecclesiastes that rather the author is very realistic and very pessimistic sometimes, even cynical. He is very clear that wisdom is better than folly, and that common sense is better than stupidity. And he says, the heart of the wise inclines to the right and the heart of the fool to the left. Now don't read that in a too political a sense, even though some of us might think it's true. But anyway, or contains an element of truth. But whether a person is wise or fool, it will affect virtually all that they do. So one thing we take when we vote in elections is vote for people who are wise, not for idiots, no matter what the idiot might be offering. It says even fools who walk along the road, you can tell that they're stupid. Some people, they will just continually do daft things. It says, if ruler's anger rises against you, do not leave your post. Calmness can lay great offences to rest. Just calm. In Isaiah, I think it's chapter 34, it says, quietness and trust. In quietness and trust is your strength. Then it says here that an evil under the sun. Fools are put in high positions, and the rich occupy the low ones. It's not always sometimes idiots are given positions of authority. You see it in politics. You may well be able to quote examples from your workplace. Sometimes the people who get promoted, they say, "Well, promote them for them. They're thick. They're useless." It happens. It says, whoever digs a pit may fall into it. Whoever breaks through a wall may be bitten by a snake. If you do something, there's always a risk. Things can go wrong. And it says, the axe is dull and its edge unsharpened. More strength is needed, but skill will bring success. A skillful approach is better than just a sort of head-banging approach to any task. And words from the mouth of the wise are gracious, but fools are consumed by their own lips, and beginning their words are folly. At the end, they mark wickedness, and fools multiply words. We can probably all think of examples of people who talk an awful lot and actually talk very little sense. No one knows what is coming. No one can tell someone else what will happen after them. It's emphasis centered on the limits of wisdom, things we don't know. Do not revile the king, even in your thoughts, or curse the rich in your bedroom, for the birds may carry your words out. We need to be careful. Words can leak out. Something which you think is said in private suddenly becomes public. And that's all the more common with things like social media. I mean, every so often you'll hear things which are said in a private WhatsApp group leak out for some politicians or other. So say in this chapter we've had a lot more just sort of what we might think of as Proverbs type material. And we will stop there, and we are getting towards the end. A couple of chapters left, I think. We'll go on to those in the next few days. But for now, bye-bye.